challenges, in our opinion, seem to have overwhelmed our security institutions.
The governors are supposed to be the state security officers of their state.
There is need for us to at least engage the traditional rulers.
We need to do something about our porous borders.
We have to own it from the unit level to the ward level to the local government to state.
Mr. President, the importance of today for us is for us to take action.
Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
The Emirates airline then shut down flights to and from Nigeria.
Senate intervenes to end diplomatic row between Nigeria and United Arab Emirates.
If there is any need to establish a law school in Anambra or Borno or in Ekiti, anywhere, it must be on need.
And lawmakers and stakeholders present divergent opinions on the bill to increase more campuses of the law school. Hello, this is Inside the Senate. I am Hussaina Amina Aboki. It's good to be back with you on the program. In our lineup, we have reports of the efforts by the Senate to resolve the diplomatic row between Nigeria and the United Arab Emirates, as well as from a public hearing by the Committee on Judiciary, where 3 bills were presented for stakeholder input. Other reports from the committee rooms, alongside the turbanning of the Senate President as the Garkuwan Kabi, form our package. Stay tuned for details after this short break. Please don't go away.
The Senate will send a message to the President
to reap opportunities from that.
Today is a matter of urgent public importance, and we are aware that when this particular motion comes up,
for a longer term development, arise to second the motion.
Those in favor of this prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Welcome back. Deputy Senate President Senator Omo Agege presided over plenary on Wednesday the 17th of November 2021 as the Senate President was away on another national assignment. One of the issues treated that day had to do with a threat to the nation's territorial integrity occasioned by an attack on Manga village in Takum local government area of Taraba State. For details of these and other events at plenary, let's take this report as compiled and presented from our studio.
Mr. President, I rise from the strength of Order 43.
Senator Emmanuel Bwacha reported the attack on Manga village in Takum local government area of Taraba State under personal explanation. He alleged that it was perpetrated by a Cameroonian separatist movement known as Amazonians and left in its wake several casualties.
And the village head and 4 others were killed in this attack. And 1 life lost in an attack like this cannot be taken lightly.
A minute's silence was observed in honor of victims of the attack.
May the soul of the departed village head and 4 others that were lost in this encounter rest in perfect peace.
Earlier, Tuesday the 16th of November 2021, Senator Ali Ndume, under personal explanation, informed the Senate of the killing of a Nigerian Army general and some soldiers in Askira, Borno State by ISWAP terrorists on Sunday the 14th of November 2021.
that time and day too, Saturday, we also lost the 2IC of the battalion operating in Askira.
A minute's silence was also observed in honor of the fallen soldiers.
May the soul of our departed General, Brigadier General Zarma, and other military personnel who were killed alongside with him rest in perfect peace. Amen.
To intervene in the diplomatic row between Nigeria.
On motions, the minority leader sought Senate intervention on the matters of urgent public importance to resolve a diplomatic row between Nigeria and the United Arab Emirate, UAE. In his submission, he blamed the row on Nigeria's resistance to subjecting its citizens to an emergency COVID-19 test by the Emirates airline before they can travel to the UAE, even when they have been vaccinated.
The Emirates airline then shut down flights to and from Nigeria, owing to the disagreement between the airline and the aviation authorities
on the propriety of subjecting passengers traveling from Nigeria to emergency COVID-19 protocols. After an interface between the authorities of the Aviation Ministry and Emirates Airlines, flights resumed, but the Emirates Airline continued to conduct tests for passengers before departure, a development that the federal government frowned at and thus suspended the airline from flying to and from Nigeria.
The resolution adopted was to mandate the Senate Committee on Foreign Affairs and the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 to interface with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and come up with best ways to resolve the crisis.
Those were highlights of plenary proceedings in the week ending 19th November 2021. Let's now take a short break for the notebook segment, where we shall be explaining representation in the legislature.
The Constitution provides that representation in the Senate is by equality, meaning that each state of the Federation is entitled to 3 senators, which makes a total of 108 considering the 36 states of the Federation. The FCT is allowed 1 senator, thereby making a total of 109 in the chamber. Representation in the House of Reps is by population of each state, and that is why states like Lagos with a population of 11 million and Kano with a population of 16 million have the highest number of 24 members each, while states like Bayelsa and Nasarawa with population of 2.2 million and 2.5 million respectively have 5 members each. The lawmakers are allowed a term of 4 years and can serve for as long as they are returned by their electorates, unlike the executive, who are allowed only 2 terms for the president and governors.
The only way out of the pandemic is for the population to observe the recommended measures advised by the NCDC. The Senate Committees on Health and Primary Health Care and Communicable Diseases will continue to engage with the Federal Ministry of Health and the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19.
The program is Inside the Senate. In the first part of the program, we reviewed chamber proceedings highlighting motions and other matters bordering on security. We will now move on to committee report, starting with a public hearing organized by the Senate Committee on Judiciary. The event, which held on Monday the 15th of November 2021, was on 3 bills, namely Legal Practitioners Act 2004, Repeal and Reenactment Bill 2021, sponsored by Senator Bamidele Opayemi, Legal Education Consolidation etc. Act 2004, Amendment Bill 2021, sponsored by Senator Smart Adeyemi, and Legal Aid Council Act 2011, Amendment Bill 2021, sponsored by Senator Emmanuel Okejev. The Senate President was represented by the Senate Deputy Whip, Senator Ali Sadi Abdullahi, where he emphasized the role of consultation in the lawmaking process.
Because of this, relevant stakeholders such as yourselves have been invited to make contributions to enable ease of processing the bills and for us to have a wholesome input. The committee members are also poised to work with other officials and unofficial stakeholders for new reviews that will stand the test of time.
Also speaking, the committee chairman gave reasons for conducting the hearing on the 3 bills simultaneously.
The decision to conduct this public hearing on the 3 bills at a go is predicated on the fact that the stakeholders identified by the committee for the bills are the same. Basically, the intent and purpose of the bills are geared towards enhancing the justice sector to be in tune with best tenets and practice as obtainable in other jurisdictions.
Sponsor of the Legal Aid Council bill said that the amendment is targeted at making litigants of Sharia and customary courts access the services of the Legal Aid Council.
In practice, you find out that those people are denied the benefits of the services of the Legal Aid Council. And the excuse is always that they don't have enough budget to do that. The proposed subsection 9 is to include the Sharia Court of Appeal and the Sharia codes. Section 8, subsection 10 is to include the customary code of appeal and the customary codes in Nigeria.
For the legal education bill, it seeks the establishment of more campuses of the Nigerian Law School in Nigeria. The sponsor explained further.
Already we have existing law school in Buhari, Abuja. The second one will be in Kaba, Kogi State. For Northeast, we are proposing, we have existing one in Yola. Then we are proposing Maiduguri for the second law school. For Northwest, we have existing law campus in Kano. Then we have the second one in Arugungu in Kebbi State. In South-South zone, we have existing law school in Yenagoa, Bayelsa State. We propose the second law school in Orogun, Delta State.
However, a former deputy Senate president as well as one of Nigeria's legal luminaries picked holes in the bill.
If there is any need to establish a law school, it must be on need. At the time we look at this thing critically, we must be able to take a decision that the issue of law school, the establishment of more law school should be left at the hands and discretion of the Council of Legal Education.
The Council of Legal Education Act was enacted in 1962 for the creation of one law school. Secondly, the law has not been amended to empower the Council of Legal Education to create campuses. Nowhere in that law are they allowed to do that.
Representative of the body of benchers gave the position of the body on the first bill, sponsored by the committee chairman, Senator Bamidele Opeyemi.
The current part of the bill, in tandem with the proposals of the body of benchers, which was adopted at its meeting, therefore, the body of benchers respectfully supports the proposed bill and urge cooperation of the bar and other stakeholders in the passage of the bill.
After several other submissions, the committee promised to compile the outcome of the hearing for presentation to Senate plenary. Among stakeholders at the hearing were legal luminaries from the bar and the bench as well as royal fathers. Meanwhile, standing committees of the Senate are concluding the budget defense exercise with ministries, departments and agencies under their purview. For details of their proceedings, let's take this report from our studios.
The Committee on Capital Market hosted the Investment and Securities Tribunal, IST. In his presentation, the chairman of the IST, Mr. Amos Azi, gave their 2021 figures as follows. Total appropriation, 615.3 million naira. Personnel cost, 447.9 million naira, with a release of 347 million naira as at October 2021. Overhead cost, 133.1 million naira, with a release of 28.7 million naira. Capital expenditure, 37.2 million naira, with a release of 24.7 million naira. For the 2020, the IST chairman made a submission.
Our budget for this year has been presented to the Capital Market Committee. I'm sure the clerk can probably testify to that has been before the committee for consideration.
Even when the committee observed no wrongdoing from the tribunal, it however noted shoddy preparation of the budget documents as presented, thereby raising unanswered questions. Members offered advice to the IST.
When you are coming before National Assembly, you need to report in totality all your sources of revenue. You are not supposed to spend any dime without National Assembly approval.
Honestly, the information disclosures are inadequate, and urge the tribunal to go back to the drawing board, get the facts right, and represent your budget.
Budget is something that I don't need to dwell on this for you. You know what I'm referring to. Budget takes precedence over any other thing. Of course, we don't pray for, maybe you have health issues. Any money that comes to you, either be or even way of grant or anything, we are here to ensure that such money is applied in the maybe appropriate way and manner, and that's why we're here.
The Ministry of Defense was also before the Committee on Defense. Committee Chairman Senator Aliu Magatakabda Wamaku started the meeting with a promise that all that is necessary will be done to enable the ministry deliver on its mandate.
Whatever it is to be done must be done to address your concerns, your demands, your interests, so that at least the nation can be assured once again.
The summary of the 2020.
In his submission, the Minister of Defense, retired Major General Ashiru Magashi, gave their 2021 budget as follows. Total 21.519 billion naira. Personnel cost 15.522 billion naira. Overhead cost 2.764 billion naira, out of which 1.520 billion naira is for the Brigade of Guards, while 556.409 million is for the ministry. Capital expenditure 3.120 billion naira, out of which 2.425 billion naira has been released. For 2022, the minister disclosed as follows. Total proposal 21.672 billion. Personnel cost 15.481 billion naira. Overhead cost 2.764 billion naira, out of which 1.5 billion naira is for the Brigade of Guards, and capital expenditure 4.115 billion naira. The minister then expressed their commitment to the security of Nigeria.
The ministry is totally committed to actualizing its core mandate and believes that this distinguished committee will assist to achieve this mandate.
A member spoke against a drop in the overhead from 15.533 billion naira in 2021 to 15.481 billion naira in 2022.
In 2021, we have done a lot of recruitment. So many people are coming in, though we know that, yes, some people are retiring. I was thinking that the proposal for 2022 should have been higher than what you had in 2021. But it appears what you're proposing in 2022 is far less than what was given to you in 2021. I think there's need for us to look at that aspect.
The rest of the meeting continued behind closed doors for security reasons. The Committee on Marine Transport also engaged the National Inland Waterways Authority (NIWA) in a budget defense on Thursday, the 11th of November 2021.
On behalf of our two committees,
in an address, the chairman, Senator Danjuma Goje, urged the Director General of NIWA to make the Barrow Port in Niger State operational.
You collaborate with the Nigerian Port Authority, which is there for you, or any assistance you need, we'll give you as a committee, as a member of the National Assembly. We'll support you. But I think it is in our national interest that Barrow gets operational. It will assist in developing the economy and also reducing the intense pressure on our roads.
In a rundown of their 2021 budget performance, the NIWA Managing Director gave a breakdown showing total appropriation 7.050 billion naira, personnel cost 737.13 million naira, overhead cost nil, recurrent expenditure 737.13 million naira, with a release of 730.28 million naira. Capital expenditure 6.313 billion naira, out of which 3.602 billion naira was released. Internally generated revenue 6.402 billion naira, with a remittance of 1.621 billion naira into the Consolidated Revenue Fund. The MD attributed the nil in the agency's overhead cost to a policy geared towards financial autonomy since 2020.
There's a deliberate policy drive towards attaining financial autonomy. The authority exited the overhead allocation in 2020 and now poised to opting out of the current allocation comprising both overhead and personnel costs, effective from the 2022 budget. The authority is determined more than ever to become fully self-funding by 2023.
A committee member disagreed with this.
We are proud that you exited 2021 your overhead estimates. But you're now asking to exit personnel costs. That is very dangerous for government, because there is no way government will have a hold on an MDA that's fully autonomous. We cannot allow you exit everything. You must still be part of the government.
After more deliberations, the committee deferred the meeting to another day.
Things that will promote.
Welcome back. One more feather has been added to the cap of the Senate President with the conferment of the title of Garkuwan Kabi on him. The event took place in Argungu on Friday, the 5th of November 2021. The Senate President was turbaned and beautified with the full regalia of Gandwa, amongst which are a shield and a sword. In his acceptance speech, he promised to uphold the requirements that come with the position.
This gesture will further encourage me to be more responsive to my responsibilities to this emirate, just like any of its citizens will be, inshallah.
The occasion was graced by lawmakers, royal fathers, and people from all walks of life. Before the turbaning ceremony, Senator Ahmad Lawan joined a courtesy call on the Emir, thanked the Emir, and assured that they would work towards overcoming the challenges facing Nigeria before the end of their tenure in 2023.
Before the end of this administration in 2023, we hope to record achievements that will ameliorate the problems of our people, particularly in the area of security.
The Emir on his part disclosed that patriotism and service to humanity, for which the Senate President is known, informed the decision of the Emirate to confer the title on him.
We are very grateful that you accepted this gesture, this responsibility and dignity, which are all well earned on account of your performance as a good leader, and we pray you will justify them by doing more.
Also during a courtesy call on Governor Abubakar Bagudu of Kebbi State, Senator Ahmad Lawan informed him that the 9th legislature is very much on its course as it is devoid of any form of partisanship.
We have been able to work with our colleagues from the other parties for the sake of our people, for the sake of the country. And of course, once we are united in purpose and focus, the next thing is for us to work with the executive arm of government for service delivery to Nigerians.
The governor lauded the Senate President for accepting his new title of Garkuwan Kabi.
We thank you and we congratulate you that you have accepted this title of Garkuwan Kabi as one of the mark of respect that indeed not only that you are from Kebbi, but your constituency is dominated, has a significant Kebbi populace, and all of us will always count you among us as you indeed count us amongst you.
We join other Nigerians to congratulate the Senate President on his new title. Our profile segment is next. Stay tuned for our Senator of the Week.
Senator Michael Nnachi represents Ebonyi South Senatorial District under PDP. He attended Government College Afikpo for his West African School Certificate, WASC. He also earned a Bachelor of Science degree in Quantity Survey in 1997 and a Master's in Environmental Management in 2000, all from the Enugu State University of Science and Technology, Enugu. The Senator also holds membership and fellowship of several professional quantity surveyors bodies and institutions in Nigeria. He joined politics and won election to the Senate in the 2019 general elections. In the Senate, he is Vice Chairman of the Committees on Poverty Alleviation as well as Air Force. His legislative interests include education, security, and agriculture.
This brings us to the end of this week's edition of Inside the Senate. Join us next week for another edition. Send in comments, questions, and opinions to any of our platforms showing on your screen. Stay safe and thanks for watching.